There we go. That's Brittney. Hello and welcome back to the channel. I am your host and overseer of Ostinato, Ken Levine. I'm a singer and vocal coach here on YouTube, and today we are looking at Unleash the Archers and their version of Northwest Passage. But before we do that, I'd just like to remind you all to please remember to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the great stuff we produce here every week on the channel. Of course, if you're new, please write I subscribed and say hello, and I will do my very best to respond to as many people as I possibly can. Now, Northwest Passage, Stan Rogers classic, Canadian classic. It's a song that I've closely associated with. I've performed it many times over the years. And this is Unleash the Archers and Brittney Slayes and their version. I'm really, really excited, curious, a little bit terrified to unleash this one on my eardrums because I'm not sure how they're going to handle it and make it their own. Now, obviously, I've heard many comments in the comment threads before on previous videos of Unleash the Archers, and it has me intrigued. So without further ado, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. There's Brittney enjoying a glass of whiskey.
Just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. Westward from the Davis Strait, 'tis there it was said to lie, the sea route to the Orient for which so many died, seeking gold and glory, leaving weathered, broken bones, and a long forgotten, lonely cairn of stones.
Okay. The gal can sing. She can really sing. She's putting together her very best authentic Stan Rogers folk sound vocal behind this, but it's very much her own style. It sounds great. It's got just the right amount of earthy grittiness to it. There seems to be a plethora of reverb in this, which I don't know that Stan Rogers would necessarily go for in the same way, but this is Unleash the Archers and their version, and man, it sounds great. I got the chills there a little bit. Look, you don't have to be Canadian to truly appreciate the song, but it helps.
Through a land so wide and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. 3 centuries thereafter, I take passage over land, in the footsteps of brave Kelso, where his sea of flowers began. Watching cities rise before me, then behind me sink again. This tardiest explorer driving hard across the plain.
Oh, okay. So the images here, obviously, they're talking about what it's like to be a band in Canada, and I think there's a little preamble, or there's a paragraph, I guess, written by one of the band members. I don't know if it's by Brittney or maybe by one of the other band members, talking about the meaningfulness of this particular song to them as a band and them as a touring band from Canada, touring throughout Canada. Look, it's a really big country, and man, driving, you drive for like days to get to the next gig. It's And when you're a band and you're in your band van, you've got all your gear with you, and you better like the guys that you're touring with, because you're going to spend a lot of time with them. It can be a bit of, it's not glamorous. Let's just put it that way. It is not glamorous at all. And I think they're sort of doing a bit of an homage to that as well. The grit and determination to make it as a band in this terrain, and sort of juxtaposing that upon, what it must have been like to be an explorer in the early days of Canada, before Canada was even a nation, before we were what we are today.
Just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin, reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. And through the night behind the wheel, mileage clicking away.
Yeah, we go. That's Brittney. Late night in the jacuzzi after the show in the hotel. Yes! Absolutely. 100%. Okay. Yeah, that went on a little bit of a trip there, watching that video, listening to that incredible rendition of that Stan Rogers classic, Northwest Passage. There was a moment there in the video where Brittney was sort of like beside herself. This kind of does a really good job of sort of depicting that, I don't know, mental dysphoria or mental moment of like waking up in your body and being like, oh wait, I'm here, and you previously were kind of like on automatic pilot, and realizing that what am I doing? Am I actually doing this? It's kind of this. I'm sure psychologists have already named this particular phenomenon, and I know that I've certainly experienced it before, and it can be a bit mystifying or confusing for a performer to have that sort of happen on stage. So anyway, a brilliant job, great classic. And once again, I often say this, my heart swells with pride and joy knowing that this band, this hardworking Canadian band, is from my hometown of Victoria, British Columbia. I think they're now relocated into Vancouver to the Big Smoke across the water to further advance their career, and they're doing a great job. So good job band, good job band. Well done. Once again, another classic, and really very entertaining. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. Brittney, of course, really brings it with her vocals. Again, starting out in the lower register of her range, and really evocative of the Stan Rogers folk tradition, that sort of whiskey and beer soaked vocal chords that really have that authenticity that you expect from that sort of folk tradition, troubadour folk tradition. And then, of course, they go into full metal mode, and Brittney is, of course, bringing it in an upper register and killing it. It just sounds great. And I can't say any more about it other than thank you so much for watching. Actually do a little bit more of a commercial here. For any performers out there who are wanting to take their game to the next level and aren't really sure exactly how to proceed, please reach out to a band like Unleash the Archers, or you can reach out to me if you are wanting to know, what are the steps to get from where you are right now to getting that first gig, and what's it like to be on the road, and what are some of the pitfalls, what are some of the things that to look out for, and how to plan. All of those things can be mitigated, all those questions can be answered by either reaching out to the community of musicians who are out there already. Some are more helpful than others. You can certainly reach out to me as a vocal coach. I don't just coach the vocals. I also talk about career steps, should that be the direction you want to go in. So I will be sure to leave that link down in the description below. And if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
In the footsteps of brave Kelso, where his sea of flowers began, watching cities rise before me, then behind me sink again. This tardiest explorer driving home.